o'clock. Ready? We'll call to order the meeting of the Greenwood Common Council on Monday, December the 20th. If you would stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. After the pledge, we'll be led in prayer this evening by the Mayor of Greenwood, Mark Meyer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You all bow. Father in heaven, we just thank you for this opportunity to come together to just honor you in everything that we say and we do tonight, Lord. Lord, I just pray your blessings upon this council, that you would grant them the wisdom, the guidance, and the direction they need to lead our city in a forward manner. We just pray your protection, especially upon our city, Lord, as we've seen the travesty throughout the United States lately. We just pray that you would cover us, that you would protect us, and that you would keep us all safe and healthy. Lord, watch over us tonight. Help us in all that we do, to do it all in your precious name. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. We'll be seated. Roll call.
Bates.
Present.
Campbell.
Here.
Dine.
Here.
Gibson. Here. Hill.
Here.
Hopper.
Here.
Lexi.
Here.
Pendleton.
Here.
Williams.
Here. We do have a quorum, and just for the record, Mr. Hill and Mr. Pendleton are attending the meeting tonight virtually. All of you should receive copies of the minutes from our last regular meeting to December the 6th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Dine, second. Second by Mr. Lexi.
I joined Zoom.
Additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, yeah, just
All right, hearing none, then roll call on the minutes.
Bates.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Dine.
Aye.
Gibson. Aye.
staying.
Aye.
Lexi.
Aye.
Pendleton.
Aye.
Williams.
Aye.
Minutes are approved on a vote of 9-0. Reports, Corporation Council.
You all should receive the items semi-monthly on the SharePoint, and if you have questions about any of the items on that, please ask me, and I'll be happy to discuss them with you.
All right. All of you should have received, I'm sorry, anything from the controller at this time?
Nothing at this time.
All right, other committee and board reports, you all should have received a copy of my report from the last RDC meeting. If you have any questions, just let me know. Any other committee or board reports? All right, this is an opportunity for members of the audience that are here to make public comments, to address the council concerning items that are on tonight's agenda. So if you're here tonight, wish to speak to the council, please step to the podium and state your name and address for the record. All right, seeing none, then moving on, ordinances and resolutions. Notice of intent to consider ordinance number 2154.
An ordinance to amend the text of ordinance 2029, Unified Development Ordinance, Article 25, Division 7 Glossary, to delete conflicting accessory structure definitions, to clarify animal cultivation definition, and define pets, sponsored by Dine.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Dine. Second? Second, Mr. Lexi. Anybody want to talk about this or any?
Yes, Mr. President, I can talk about this one. Dale Davis, I'm online tonight.
All right, thank you.
As noted in the title for this ordinance, we do have two definitions of accessory structure in our ordinance currently. And with the ordinance amendments that came through in October, we did streamline how the accessory structures function. So this ordinance will bring through a new definition that consolidates those two into one and reflects the changes that we made in the body of the ordinance. The other clarification is in regards to animal cultivation, that definition. Our current definition it defines cultivation with the sale of those non-domesticated agricultural animals. So under the current definition, unless sale is happening, it's not considered animal cultivation, which was not the intent. So the new definition removes that sale language, and it utilizes the definition of pets from the United States Department of Agriculture. So it'll define those household pets, birds, cats, dogs, that sort of thing. With that, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
All right, any questions for Mr. Davis?
Yes, Mr. President, I have one. Number one, I'm not able to, for some reason, pad here is not letting me open it up so I can see more of the language. I guess a question I have just right now before I can get a full copy and see what it looks like. What's our definition of pets? And the reason I ask this because I've got an ongoing situation in my neighborhood where folks have goats and so they don't see it as being anything that's out of the ordinary as far as what can be allowed in the city, in the residential area. They believe also that they're aquatic, or not aquatic, that's not the word to use. They are pets or something along those lines that they are exempt. They believe that they're exempt from having the goats. And I don't know if there's a number that we said. I've been talking to the attorney about this very issue. But I don't know. I'd like to see if this addresses that and if it does something to curb and to bring that to a rest.
It does address the situation you're talking about. I think you're talking about exotic animals.
Yes.
Often we hear, well, that's not a agricultural animal, that's an exotic pet. The definitions of animals, and I can list them out here: dogs, cats, ferrets, rabbits, rodents, hedgehog, reptiles, amphibians, and birds. Now there's kind of an exhaustive list that goes with birds because not every bird qualifies, but that's kind of the top level. So it doesn't state exotic animals. It doesn't state, it doesn't have a big catch-all category like that.
Okay. I guess my next question is, if this was to be passed by our council, would that folks in that particular situation, would they be grandfathered in, or would they would have to then adhere to the ordinance in question?
It would depend when the animal came into, when we got that complaint. If we got that complaint today, then yes, likely it would be grandfathered. If it came in after this is passed and we have no knowledge of it previously, it would likely be a violation. We'd have to look into the timeline of that and see if there was any way it could be grandfathered. Just how long has the animal been there? Could it have possibly been allowed under a previous ordinance? That's something we'd certainly have to look at, but it does depend when that complaint would come in.
I also understand too that in certain circumstances, you may be able to answer this as well, and maybe not, that's okay, that some residences may say, well, that they need this particular animal, kind of what you think of CI dogs and so forth, as a comfort, or to help them cope with something, some mental disease or something along that line. Will this address that, or is there still some ambiguity when it comes to that?
So our approach to the support animals has been, if there is a piece of paperwork that a psychiatrist or a therapist or someone of that qualification can turn in or relay to us on that person's behalf, then we allow that animal to stay as prescribed by that doctor or professional.
Okay, thank you, appreciate that. Mrs. Attorney, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I think Dale answered the question. We are preempted. If it's actually an emotional support or therapy animal, we are preempted by federal law from regulating that.
Sure.
So
So you would think of one, not like six. So
Well,
in that case.
there are folks who have been allowed to keep flocks of animals, or more than one, and they have medical documentation for it. So,
Then we'd have to have documentation of some
Yes.
sort.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Right, any other questions, comments? Hearing none, then roll call, ordinance 2154.
Bates,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Dunn,
Aye.
Gibson,
Aye.
Hill,
Aye.
Hopper,
Aye.
Lexi,
Aye.
Pendleton,
Aye.
Williams.
Aye.
Ordinance 2154 passes on a vote of 9-0. There go first reading, second reading, ordinance 2151.
An ordinance vacating platted drainage and utility easements located within lot 1 of the Campbell Minor subdivision, sponsored by Campbell.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Gibson, second by Mr. Dine. And again, just for the record, while I am sponsoring this ordinance, the property in question, Mr. Campbell is no relation to me, and I have no interest in the property at all. So just so there's no misunderstanding. All right, any other discussion, ordinance 2151? Right, hearing none, roll call, ordinance 2151, second reading.
Campbell,
Aye.
Dunn,
Aye.
Gibson,
Aye.
Hill.
Aye.
Hopper,
Aye.
Lexi,
Aye.
Pendleton,
Aye.
Williams,
Aye.
Bates.
Aye.
Ordinance 2151 passes second reading 9-0. Resolution 2125.
A resolution of the Greenwich Common Council to adopt a written fiscal plan for the annexation of approximately 104.3 acres located north of Main Street along 5 Points Road, referencing annexation ordinance number 2152, sponsored by Gibson.
Do you have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Ms. Gibson, second by Mr. Dine. Any discussion? Resolution 2125. Hearing none, then roll call, ordinance or resolution 2125, second reading.
Dunn,
Aye.
Gibson.
Aye.
Hill,
Aye.
Hopper,
Aye.
Lexi,
Aye.
Pendleton,
Aye.
Williams,
Aye.
Bates.
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 2125 passes second reading 9-0. Ordinance 2152.
An ordinance annexing certain territory contiguous to the city of Greenwood, Indiana, placing it within the corporate boundaries and making it a part of the city of Greenwood, and redefining the corporate boundaries of the city of Greenwood, Indiana to include approximately 104.3 acres located north of Main Street along 5 Points Road. Francis Ann LLC and Indie Group Land Inc. parcels, Pulte Homes of Indiana LLC, sponsored by Gibson.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Gibson, second.
Second.
Mr. Dine. Any discussion? Ordinance 2152. Hearing none, then roll call, ordinance 2152, second reading.
Gibson,
Aye.
Hill.
Aye.
Hopper,
Aye.
Lexi,
Aye.
Pendleton,
Aye.
Williams,
Aye.
Bates,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Dunn.
Aye.
Ordinance 2152 passes second reading 9-0. New business, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions, ordinance 2155.
An ordinance vacating platted and a portion of platted egress easements located within President South Business Center, Section 1, Block 3, sponsored by Dow.
Anybody want to talk about this one?
Randy Richter with Cruise Consulting. I can talk about it. I'm not sure if you can share my screen. I can kind of walk you through it. If you got that technology available.
Probably do. Who's back there?
Should. IT, can you help us with this?
Is he ready to share a screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so he needs to click on my PowerPoint, hit share screen, there's an option at the bottom. Okay, got it.
He's got it.
Yeah.
All right, can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're talking about is there's lots 3D, 3E, and 3F of Precedent South Business Center. We are combining lots 3E and 3F into one lot for this development. And what we did is we aligned the proposed drive that's going to enter this one with the drive to the east. As you can see, the green dash lines are the existing ingress egress easement that straddled the lot line that was between 3E and 3F. So what for in between these two lots, we're going to keep an ingress egress easement down here just where the 5-foot non-access easement is, so that we still maintain access through that non-access easement. Up between lots 3D and 3E, we've got outdoor storage that's proposed along the northern property line of 3E. So we were going to reduce this easement down to the building setback line in the event that some other access is available for 3D in the future.
All right.
I'm sure you got questions. So if you got questions, holler at me. I'm going to stop my share at this point.
All right. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Assume our engineering departments looked at it. That's fine with, did we get a report on that?
Well, you received recommendations favorably out of the Board of Public Works and Safety and also the Plan Commission.
Yes.
It will accommodate the development of that Peterman expansion.
All right. Any other questions or discussion? All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Richter.
Thank you all. Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too. All right. Miscellaneous business. This is the second opportunity for members of the audience to address the council. So if you're here, wish to address the council concerning something that is not on the agenda, step to the podium, state your name and address for the record. And just as a reminder, there's a 5-minute time limit.
Good evening, Randy Gooden, 1157 Central Park Boulevard South, Greenwood, Indiana, 46143. Just wanted to take a moment, council members and leadership present, and on behalf of the concerned citizens of Greenwood, wanted to just say that we really appreciate everything you've done this year. I know it's often overlooked, but your service this year, especially over these last 2 years of this pandemic that's been taking place, is greatly appreciated. And I wanted to make sure that you are all aware of that. I want to make sure all councils, all councils, all boards, commissions, the police chief, the fire chief, all of our first responders, the mayor, all the city staff, know that we appreciate everything that you do. I know that for many of you, this is like a second job, and it takes you away from your family. So again, we appreciate that. And as we approach Christmas and we head toward a new year, which hopefully will put this pandemic behind us, on behalf of the concerned citizens, I wanted to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we look forward to continuing working relationship in 2022 to continue to build a Greenwood that we're all proud of.
Thank you, Mr. Gooden. Anyone else wishing to address the council at this time? All right, seeing none, moving on, miscellaneous business from the council. I did contact all of you, I believe, in regards to the property on North Emerson, and had our attorney prepare a motion to request the Plan Commission to begin the process of rezoning that land from industrial large to ag. Any discussion on that, or anybody want to make that motion?
So,
Second.
Um,
Well, it would be good if you would.
Yeah, would you mind reading? Is that what you would like?
Well, yeah, to file the petition, because you can initiate the petition, but the Plan Commission has to file it and have the hearing and give you a
Okay.
recommendation, so.
I'll read the motion, and Mr. Bates makes the motion, Mr. Hopper seconds, I think. Okay, pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-4-602C, Mr. Bates moves to direct the Plan Commission in accordance with Indiana Code 36-7-4-608B to prepare and file a petition to rezone the approximately 16-acre parcel of property commonly known as 374 North Emerson Avenue from industrial large format use to AG agricultural district use, and to certify a recommendation to the Common Council on the petition. So any discussion on this motion?
I think it's good for us to do that. I was a little bit frightening and kind of talked to some of the residents that were in opposition against the apartments that they could get something worse with industrial zoning. So I think it's good for us to do that.
I would agree with Ms. Gibson. So anybody else? All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, the motion is passed unanimously. Thank you. Any other business from the council?
Yes, Mr. President, I would just like to express a little bit different perspective with Mr. Goodwin, is the fact that everybody has a safe and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, especially our first responders. We usually don't we don't think about it too often, but they're out there on Christmas Day. Many of them are. They're on our behalf, and I just want to let them know I appreciate that. I'm sure the council weigh in on that as well. And to do more loose down, of course, again, Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
All right, anybody else?
Yes, Mr. President, I would just like to share an update on the tornado collection that we've been doing for Mayfield across from the fire station on the gravel lot. And we started planning or talking about that on Thursday afternoon. A couple of the people talked with the mayor, and it's kind of a joint effort between the city and the social and some other individuals. But it's been very productive. The semi-trailer that's out there is probably full waist high throughout. There's a loft in the top of it, and it's about 20 foot long, and that loft is totally full of paper goods. So, and I can't begin to tell you how generous the people in our community have been with giving cash. So
good. Anything else from the council?
I would assume our next meeting will reappoint some of the one-year appointments we have for various positions. So
Yes.
I'll go ahead and speak for you, Mike, and say that we both enjoy being on the RDC and like to do so again. So
Yes. Yeah.
I think you spoke for me last year, so
Thank you very much. Yeah, by the way, our next two meetings will be on Wednesdays. Both meetings in January are on Wednesdays. So I think it's Wednesday the 5th. Is that right? Our next meeting.
correct.
Yes.
And at that meeting, we will make all necessary appointments and we'll make all necessary appointments and elect council officers as well. So, all right. Anything else from the council? All right, other miscellaneous business, Corporation Council,
We have none.
Controller,
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Mayor.
Just want to, two things, thank Councilor Gibson for all her help with the collections out there. She had a lot to do with it. She was the driving force behind it, so thank you very much ma'am, for your help on that. The rest of the council and everyone here, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas to all. Happy New Year. And we are adjourned. Yes.